leave the Grand Prix circuit. They turn down the hill, out a long way into the country now, and the first series of corners they come to are called Hatzenbach. This is the start of Hatzenbach series. So right-hander followed by left-hander. There is safety at this circuit now, but it's not probably what many Grand Prix drivers would consider as adequate, but this circuit is still a pleasure to drive on for everybody. It costs you £5 to have a go yourself, and I can assure you. Here is Klaus Ludwig on one of his flying qualifying laps in the AMG Mercedes. All the Mercedes now, the new cars. Ludwig has a new back axle on this car, as does Kirsten, as he flies down the hill through Hochheim, up through Krieglacher Höhe, and coming very, very fast, climbing up again towards the Flugplatz, the flying place. Speed up here, past the flying place, into Schwedenkreuz. At the top of the hill, a very, very sharp right then, Arenberg, and they start to drop downhill again. This is the famous foxhole, the dreaded Fuchsröhre, as they charge down through Adenau first. This is an absolutely flat-out corner, 270 kilometers down here. Into Adenau Force, which is almost a chicane, but not particularly a slow chicane. The left-handed Metzgerfeld. Downhill very fast now, very steeply going down. Kallenhardt. This part of the circuit, we've already done 5 kilometers. Another 20 to go. That's almost 16 miles to 1 lap down this fabulous circuit in the Eifel Mountains. Dropping down very sharply, going down to Kallenhardt. These are corners that sort out the men from the boys. And then we drop down past the village of Adenau, heading down into that valley, the steep valley where we're going to be crossing the Breitscheide, the Adenau Bridge. And here we are arriving in Adenau. There's the village down below us. Very, very fast down here. Over the bridge. And then immediately climbing again up through this series of bends. This is called Bergwerk. Heading towards Bergwerk as we reach the 9 kilometer point. A short left right there, and now a short straight up towards Bergwerk itself. Climbing all the time now, very, very fast this part of the circuit. Part of the circuit still sorting the map out from the boys. A very long climb up the hill now, goes up through Kesselken, Klostertal, and up towards the carousel, where the fans are all gathering. Here's the fans at the first of the carousel approaches. Look at this, satellite dishes, their own bars, campers, everything. Huge crowd of 120,000 people this weekend, still climbing up into the carousel right ahead. Fairly slow corner, very famous, world famous, this concrete dip. Can't be taken at much more than 100 kilometers an hour. You fly out and into the scenery. And on up the hill towards Hoacht, the high 800 meter, second highest point of the circuit. This is Hoacht indeed, and we're still climbing. Through Zickerman. Fans gathered here, messages painted on the road. This really is a whole weekend of motorsport. The DTM race on the Thursday, the 24-hour touring car race on the Saturday and Sunday. That's yet to come. This is qualifying still for the 9th and 10th rounds of the German Touring Car Championship as we swoop down through Brunchen. Very fast series of bends here. And continue on up the hill towards Flansgarten. Keeping the car on all the time, bouncing off those curves, left, right. Flansgarten now just a few hundred metres ahead, a huge crowd up here. This is the highest point of the circuit. And the Flansgarten, where in 1983 Stefan Beloff managed to somersault his Rossmann's Porsche. There it is, that's the Flansgarten. It's a great big jump. It's a double jump, there's one, there's two. And going up now towards the second of the carousels, the mini carousel. Remember, this is a qualifying lap by Klaus Ludwig. Here's the mini carousel, actually faster than the big one. And now going through the final series of corners before we go into the long straight, the Dottinghoe straight. And there's the straight ahead of us as we come out of this long corner. There is now a straight of something like 4 kilometers where the cars reach absolute maximum speed, 240 kilometers an hour, revs up to 11,500. The Alfa Romeo is being a little bit higher, slightly slower here. The Mercedes have less downforce, so the Mercedes have about 10 kilometers in hand over the Alphas. Klaus Ludwig staying on the left-hand side to avoid the wind, staying right under the trees. There's a bit of a breeze tonight. Still on this long straight. Now coming up to the Tiergarten. Through the Tiergarten very fast. Left and right, then into the chicane. This is the final chicane that takes us back onto the start-finish straight, and there ahead is the new circuit. We're going onto the main straight of the new Grand Prix circuit and crossing, and